Hello and welcome to Sports This Morning. I'm Cecilia Omogbe.
And I am Tahir Salam. Many thanks for joining us again.
All right, it's 30 days to the commencement of the Africa Cup of Nations, the biggest tournament in Africa. And Super Eagles player Moses Simon wants all or nothing. He wants the title. That's what he wants because Nigeria has been to this championship how many times and finishing in top 3, the most successful about 15 times, and 3 of them they've gone on to win the title, and 8 times they've gone on to finish, what? 3rd. And so right now, he wants the title.
The target is very, very clear for a lot of Nigerians as well, too. That is to win the AFCON for the 4th time. Also on the program, still talking football, where Villarreal are the last team to qualify for the round of 16 of the UEFA Champions League after they defeated Atalanta by 3-2. So we're going to get to see Samuel Chukwueze in the last 16 of the UEFA Champions League.
Okay, what's in your face, Tayo?
Egg.
Okay, all right.
Big one.
All right, also on the program, we'll talk Formula One. It's all about the winner takes it all this weekend. Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton? Who's going to go home with the title? Would Lewis Hamilton wins his 8th title, or Max Verstappen win his very first title in Abu Dhabi?
We're going to find out on Sunday at the Yas Marina circuit in Abu Dhabi. Winner takes all. Title finale going down to the wire between Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. So, Cecilia, it's only right we start the show from right here.
All
the
right.
most exciting Formula One title race in recent time.
Obviously, I mean, this is the one I've witnessed. I mean, I can't remember the last time. I don't know if it has ever happened, but I know that since I started watching Formula One, following the sport, but this is the most dramatic. And the fact that you don't even know who is going to win it as of today, so it's bigger for everyone who is watching the Formula One. It's going to be in Abu Dhabi, of course, the grand finale. And of course, Max Verstappen has won more races, 9, than Lewis Hamilton on 8. So it's going to be between, well, nothing is separating them right now after 21 races. So we'll all have to wait to the last day to see if Hamilton can win an 8th title, or maybe Max Verstappen win his very first title at the age of 24. One is 36, a veteran. The other is 24. He's yet to win anyone. But this weekend, we'll find out about that.
Incredible stuff, Cecilia. After 21 races of 22, both drivers, Max and Lewis, are tied on 369.5 points at the top of the driver standings. So this has never happened before in a 22-race season. So it shows you how tight, how competitive it's been, and it just makes it very exciting for a lot of race car fans out there. Like you said, Verstappen is 24, Lewis is 36, looking for title number 8, which is going to break the tie with Michael Schumacher, and Max is looking for his very first title. So everything is set up for a very dramatic, a very exciting ending to the season in Abu Dhabi. And like we said, Cecilia, winner takes all. Whoever wins this race is going to become the champion of the 2021 Formula One season. A lot is at stake for these 2 drivers. For Max, if he goes on to win the title, he's going to become the first Dutchman to become Formula One champion. And while, of course, Hamilton, we know his record already, it's well documented. And guess what, Cecilia? Because of all of the incidents we've seen between these 2 drivers in the season, the FIA, for what I've decided to remind them of all of the rules that just in case they might have forgotten or they intend to forget because of the excitement, because of the adrenaline rush during the race, they decide to remind them of the titles, especially in terms of their driving, unsportsmanlike driving, that's what they call it. If any of that happens, there's a very good chance that they get to lose their points or they get disqualified altogether. So
no infringement of principles or anything like that.
So, Cecilia, it's all set. We're all excited.
So smart driving. Okay, when I mean smart driving is when you try to, brake test. You know what? Let's get reactions from these drivers, how ready they are for the title.
All right, indeed.
This is we're into unmarked territory as a team, and obviously with the year that we've had, I'm sure so many people would have ruled us out being this close right at the end. So you know, so I think it's been an incredible group effort from everyone back at the factory and at the track. And no one's ever done 8 before, but yeah, I feel grateful. I remember what it's like also going for your first, so I know I had those experiences and the roller coaster of emotions that you go through.
It's been, you know, really enjoyable. I think after last year, I didn't have a lot of hope that we would be sitting here, you know, end of the season fighting for a title. But I think from the start, we were very competitive, and yeah, we had some good results, a bit of bad luck as well. But overall, you know, we can be really proud, you know, of the whole team effort, you know, to be sitting here and fighting for this title.
It's happened in the past, obviously, and I think I'm sure the stewards haven't taken the precautions they have this time around, and so I think that's fair that they do it, and you know, hopefully they won't need to be used, and we have a great race and we move forwards. But I think I don't really particularly have an opinion about it otherwise. I'm here to do my job, and I don't want to see the stewards any more than they want to see me. So,
I mean, I know what's in the sporting code, so I think nobody needs to be really reminded of that, and I think they can put it in every single race weekend. I mean, there's nothing newly added for this weekend.
Stars Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton talking ahead of the season finale in Abu Dhabi for the Formula One season. And Cecilia, okay, Eric, we've actually got another guest in-house making a comeback after a while on the sidelines. I'm talking about Rotimi Akindele. He's ready to join us, and we're going to be talking about Formula One and, of course, basketball. Rotimi, morning. It's great to have you on the show.
Yep. Good morning. Good to be here. It's been a while. You guys are the coaches, so you kept me on the sideline.
Nah, that's not what happened.
But that's what you said.
Sometimes there's some players who are not ready to play.
Exactly. That's more like it.
And you allow them to
back to you. You
rest.
guys are the managers.
And you allow them to rest until they're ready, and then you bring them in. Right now, he's ready to play, so he's joining the Start 11.
I give up.
All right.
Anyways, you're welcome. But hopefully you take advantage of the opportunity so you can make.
You're sounding like a manager.
Exactly. Since that's what you've called me. Hopefully you take advantage, and so you can come back for many more appearances. I'll just throw this to you straight away.
Yeah.
Before we go to basketball, who's winning this season? Lewis or Max? Who you riding with?
I'm riding with Hamilton. I think he's got the experience.
Okay.
But then again, it's got to be smarter than Verstappen.
Yes.
I mean, they had about 20 minutes yesterday in the press conference.
Yeah.
They only looked at each other once. That's pretty.
The tension is palpable.
Apart from the tension, I think it's ugly when you see this rivalry go beyond sportsmanship.
Yes, no, I don't see it as ugly.
No, because I mean, from their conversations, you know, they were just throwing digs at each other.
That's fair enough. It's all fair in love and war.
It's not. It's
F1.
Did they cuff? Well, was there any fisticuffs? No.
That's what I'm saying.
That's all good.
There was space.
In the absence of that,
yeah,
you had it from their words.
Just
coming out. Yeah, see, I mean, for neutrals especially, it's exciting. Everybody wants to see a close race. As a matter of fact, some Formula One folks want to see a new winner.
Charm.
And it's looking like, Verstappen can take it. I mean, Hamilton won his first title when he was 23. Verstappen is 24, so he stands a good chance of going on to win. It's going to be interesting, though. But I feel whoever is more... it's more calmer.
Will win.
So
Max Verstappen just become.
Because if you go into it with rush of blood to the head,
I
think you might crash, or you know, and then that's it. It's all over. So I feel whoever goes into that race, I'll borrow his word, a smarter driver would win at the end of the day.
So because Hamilton has been in this situation before, because of his experience, that's why you're going to ride.
He has an advantage.
So
Verstappen has to leave I don't like Mercedes. I don't respect Hamilton. Formula One officials don't like me or something.
I don't want to be reminded of the code and all that.
he's insisting that he's being treated differently by
I
the
don't think so.
stewards.
I think that's a weird statement. I think it's weird.
It's weird,
Anyways, all of this is going to be settled starting on Friday, qualifying on sessions, the practice sessions on Friday, then the qualifying on Saturday, and the main race is going to be on Sunday. Join us again on Monday for all of the drama that is bound to go down in Abu Dhabi, the season finale for the Formula One Championship. Let's move on from F1 now to basketball and talk about the NBA. Just the 3 games played this morning. We have the results for you. The stunning one involved the LA Lakers losing against the Memphis Grizzlies just about 24 hours after LeBron James waxed lyrical about how their victory over the Celtics was their best 48 minutes this season. Then they go on and lose against the Memphis Grizzlies 95. Cecilia, I don't know what that gesture you're doing is supposed to mean.
When you ride up, and then the next thing you crash land.
Go down, right.
You go down. I mean, the down is just so down for the Lakers.
Anyways, we get to the Lakers later on. That's our feature game. The Jazz were in action against the 76ers. Utah won that game 118-96. Yeah. Donovan Mitchell with 27 points. Rudy Gobert with 17 points and 21 rebounds. Cecilia, that's ridiculous. 21.
Ludicrous.
Okay.
Not just ridiculous. Ludicrous.
The Lakers, like I said, lost against the Memphis Grizzlies. I'll come to that game shortly. And last but not the least, the Spurs defeated the Denver Nuggets 123-111. Derek White with 23 points in that victory. So let's focus on the Lakers and the Grizzlies and tell us how they've gone from up
to down and then crash landed in just less than 24 hours, right? Or was it up 24 hours? Yeah, let's say 16 hours, so to speak, right? They're down. Now, for the Lakers, yes, LeBron scored his 100th career triple-double. But then that was just it. And after that, what happened? He had 20 points along with 10 rebounds and 11 assists. Then Memphis Grizzlies actually playing without Ja Morant, so which tells you a whole lot about how bad Lakers crash landed. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 25 points for the Memphis. But then you have Desmond Bain finishing with 23 points, including 5 3-pointers. Maybe this one actually nailed it for them. Anthony Davis only managed 22 points for the Lakers. And, of course, for Russell Westbrook, his impact that we felt in the game against Celtics was totally gone. There was no double digits for him. In points, 9, rebounds, 6, and assist, just 7. Yes. So Lakers now 13-13 in all. 13-13, losing 13, winning 13. And for Grizzlies, 15-11.
Yeah. I mean, you mentioned something earlier. The fact that Grizzlies didn't even had Morant.
No Morant and Dillon Brooks.
No Brooks in the mix as well.
Best defender, top scorer.
Exactly. And then you ask yourself what really happened what went wrong with the Lakers. But then again, the coach of Grizzlies did say, we were fantastic defensively. I think that was where they got it. And then it was actually close up until the fourth quarter when they pulled away. But then another interesting highlight from this game was that LeBron James actually registered his 100th triple-double. And that pushed him into the top 5 of the all-time list. Russell Westbrook in that mix. There's, what's his name now?
James Harden.
Russell Westbrook.
Oscar.
There's Russell Westbrook in that, which topping as well. So, yes, the personal accolade is there, but then as a team, what happened is 13-13 is poor for a Lakers side. But I think we all agreed when the season was going to start that, yes, they probably would struggle because they've got big men and, in quote, older men than some of the other teams. But they will get into the play. They've got veterans. Maybe you want to call them veterans. But then they will get into the playoffs. It's not the kind of results you want to see the Lakers side churners, especially against a not so
glamorous,
not so complete Grizzlies.
The short-handed. That's what it is.
Exactly. So it's just weird. But I'm sure that they'll look for a way to manage this before Saturday when they play another game.
Oh, they're taking on OKC.
OKC is beatable. I mean, everybody
OKC can be beaten as much as
73 points. So while CC was trying to plot the graph, maybe now that they're down, OKC can take them back up and then we'll see if they can stay
there.
All right, guys. Let's get the post-game thoughts of the coach, Frank Vogel, as well as LeBron James is very, very, very frustrated by that loss to the Memphis Grizzlies.
To come out, there was a 2-3 minute stretch without a stoppage, and we were on a run. So he got extended on his first run. Held them out to start the second quarter as a result. And we didn't start that quarter, I don't think, very well. Like I said, I got to look at the tape. But the second quarter is where, the energy of the game shifted. Our turnovers went way up. We didn't rebound the basketball. We were slow at every loose ball. And there was just too much of a casualness to our approach. After we got that early lead, it wasn't even a huge lead, but we got casual. We started turning the basketball over. We stopped defensive rebounding or gang rebounding. If you need 5 guys to come back and rebound with Steven Adams, and we didn't do either of those things well enough in that second quarter.
It was a 48-minute game. That's what it boils down to. I had a lot of energy tonight from start to finish, and I just try to, translate that into my teammates. But it's a 48-minute game, and they played well and got the win. Well, tonight, turnovers killed us, and we've been doing a hell of a job over the last 7 games, averaging only 12.5 turnovers, and tonight we had 22 for 27 points. And that's been like our Achilles heel. They losing frustrated from the loss, and how we played at times throughout the game. We had an opportunity to, beat a good team that's been playing extremely well, especially at home over the last couple of weeks. And we didn't do that.
The Lakers did not play well at all, and that's LeBron admitting just that 22 turnovers in total. And Memphis took full advantage of those turnovers to score loads of points on the LA Lakers, and that's why they ended up losing, and they just 13-13 for the season, one of the worst records for LeBron James since entering the NBA 18 seasons ago. Let's spare a thought for the winners on the night. We're going to get to listen to Jaren Jackson, who was immense, scoring 25 points. Also got to listen to Desmond Bane as well, too. He's got Nigerian roots. He added 23 points on the night in that victory over the LA Lakers.
Oh, I'm just happy. I'm happy we were able to bounce back. It's tough to do that on a back-to-back. Your legs feel tired. It's definitely a tough turnaround, but we got it together. Our bench is unbelievable today. Killian stepped up. X stepped up. Jared Culver, he went crazy. You saw John. Down the line. And then Mel had to step up in his role. So, everybody came to play. Everybody got done.
Yeah, I didn't know what, we were going to look like. Obviously we haven't played. We've had games where we didn't have DB, had games where we didn't have Ja. But I think this is the first game that we didn't have both of them. So, we didn't get any practice time or anything like that. But one thing I did know is that, we were going to fight regardless. Before the game started, I told everybody have fun. Just do what we do, have fun playing the game, and, let the results be the results. And, we came out on top, of course.
Desmond Bane speaking after scoring 23 points against the LA Lakers. We need to go on a break now. When we come back, there's still more basketball on the show. This time around, it's going to be from the local scene. Join us again. You're welcome back to Channel Sport this morning. We're still talking basketball. This time around, we have updates from the Basketball Africa League. The second edition is now going to tip off on March the 5th, 2022 in Dakar, Senegal. Guys, awesome news, right?
Yeah, Rosimi, I mean, you're actually wearing one of their, what do I call it now?
You're a ball official.
You're representing the ball officials right here. So tell us, why are we having 38 games, and why are we going to play it across 3 months, and why are we having 3 different countries?
Okay, so initially the plan was to take the games across Africa. Remember, before the pandemic started, Lagos was penciled down as one of the centers.
True, of course.
So it has always been, the plan had always been to have expanded games across about 3-4 major points. Then you now go on to have the finals, as it were. Because of the pandemic, we just had to do something last year, and then early this year. This year. And then that's why all the games were played in one center at Kigali Arena. But this time around, yes, we've eased out of the pandemic. It's still there, but it's not as tense as what we used to have. So instead of 5-6 cities, 3 cities would host. It starts in Dakar, Senegal. They have a fantastic arena as well. Yeah. The one in Cairo as well is brilliant. So from 15 games in Cairo, in Dakar, then the following month, another 15 games in Cairo. And then you've got the 8-game playoffs in Kigali before the BAL finals. So you have more games. You have more opportunities for players or for teams to go around Africa. You have more opportunities for basketball faithfuls to watch these upcoming stars, the best of basketball, well packaged, well branded, well commercialized, and all of that. So I think it's good. Subsequently, you get to see maybe cities increase. But for now, 3 looks very, very doable. And within the space of 3 months, I think it's achievable as well.
Are we going to have more teams? We still have the 12 teams.
It's still going to be 12 teams. Okay. So it's still going to be 12 teams. Yeah, according to the BAL president, Amadou Gallo, it's still going to be 12 teams. 12 teams in Cairo, 12 teams in Dakar. And then 8 will go into the playoffs in Kigali. And then you have the BAL finals.
Great one. I mean, Nigeria, that's coming up.
In May, the finals.
Yeah, that's May next year.
Do we have a representative yet from Nigeria?
Okay, so from the home front, looks like we're not decided yet on who's going to represent. Yes, in the playoffs that was organized by the Sports Ministry.
Final 8.
Final 8, yeah, Final 8 playoffs. Okay, Final 8, thank you. I've had River Zoopers go on to win that.
Yes.
So technically, you would say River Zoopers should go on to represent Nigeria.
Okay.
But then if the MBBF crisis gets resolved, say in January, or maybe when they have their election
in January,
and then they decide to
have another
final 8. So we don't know. But for now, from the final 8, the Sports Ministry arranged or organized, the River Zoopers looks like they will be going for their.
Have come out to say they shouldn't.
That's
their issue.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly. So I mean, the Sports Ministry can still prevail.
Okay.
Nah. Well,
you can say this is Nigeria.
We'll leave the Basketball Africa and talk about the basketball in Nigeria, right?
Yes.
Before that, just to mention, Masai Ujiri, I mean, he's tested positive for COVID-19.
I mean, he sounded very positive. He's been vaccinated, fully vaccinated. He's had the booster jab as well. But then again, they had their first in-person event, Giants of Africa, some days ago. They ensured that all safety protocols were observed, but somehow they discovered that some attendees still tested positive, including himself. So
and even the vice chairman of Raptors.
So he said he's doing well. He's just going to isolate for the next 10 days. Can only wish him all of the very best, but I don't think it's something
to be worried about.
Yeah.
Right. That's it for international and African basketball. Let's come to talk about local basketball.
Yep.
Yes, where we want development, especially for the girl child. And Olumide Oyedeji's Rising Stars. He extended it to the girls. And of course, Lagos, yesterday was the final. And as expected, Team Lagos won. Yeah. Now, Rotimi, you watched it. You saw the games, the way Team Lagos started. We thought it was going to be a blowout. But somehow, Team Ogun managed to close up the gap. And then it ended 63 and 55.
I think it was an exciting final. I didn't even think we were going to get that sort of scoreline. But the Lagos, Team Lagos, like you said, were pretty brilliant, especially in the first quarter. Team Ogun Of course, did put in a good shift as well. I mean, we should keep an eye on. I was trying to get a name. The lady with number 7. Who throws, she actually knows how to throw 3-pointers and all of that. So
she's a sharpshooter.
Akindele Adetutu.
She's even my son.
She's Akindele Adetutu.
She's
got 24 points.
I'm Akindele as well. I hope you know. Just saying.
She's got 24 points at the end of the day.
She was probably the best player for me from the team. But together, you could see that they look like a unit. Hopefully, they keep them and all. And I was telling Sissy while we were watching together yesterday, I said, at this point, we should be churning out more young players that could do a lot of things with basketball and not wait till they're 25 or 26 before this is the age you can. So there are some rules or there are some techniques or some skills you want to tell them at this age.
The fundamentals.
Exactly, that will grow with them and all of that. But it was a good finale. It was a good way to end the tournament, and kudos to the organizers as well.
Yeah, for having a fantastic job. You mentioned Akindele Adetutu, who had 24 points at the end of the day. Another player also we're watching out was Bemisola Samuel. The MVP. She ended up as the MVP. She also had 20 points. I mean, these girls were really great. And the event, what I love about the whole ceremony was the fact that they had to use, for entertainment, they had to use, the girl who actually sang the national anthem, the one you watched during the break, Osatuame Ehiawagwan, she is a player, a shooting guard, and also a singer. I'm like, okay, for team.
A good voice, must be said.
A good voice, yeah.
It's not like she just sings like Kyle, but I mean, she sings well, professionally, just saying. So pretty good. Talents abound, really.
Yeah.
So much talent.
And you talked about Akindele being the best player for you, your own MVP. Who's official MVP? Bemisola. Well deserved,
Samuel,
right?
Yeah, she got 20 points in this game.
So how's the final score line now for you? 63 to 55 in favor of Lagos State, and of course they jubilated and celebrated afterwards, and you have to say they deserve champions as well too. We're going to see pictures next of the award presentation as well, to the MVP, the top scorers, and all of those awards, and after all of these days, you have to say, okay, all right, we're seeing pictures for the celebration of Lagos, of course, waiting to receive their trophy for their efforts.
From Team Lagos and the Lagos State Sports Commission.
It makes me feel great because we actually worked for it, and thank God I have players that could listen to instruction and make it look easy for me. A lot of people was expecting the girls being rusty, but it was awesome that we had such competitions to really showcase the girls. I mean, like the girls' competition has been totally forgotten in Nigeria. I mean, other guys who organize championships, you also just like remember the girls. I mean, these girls are eager to play and they can ball. You can see everywhere excitement. So I'm happy and it's awesome that we have such things.
The game was a little bit intense because we were leading them with 20 points and we thought we'd actually arrived. But we thank God for the winning. I'm very, very happy because we really trained hard for this competition. And I thank God and our coaches and Lagos State for giving us this opportunity to show our talent.
I feel good, even our battle against Lagos. It's nice. I feel good. It's wonderful. It's nice. And I want to thank Olumide for the privilege. But even allowing me to sing is a very, very big privilege, even if I'm a kind of shy person.
Yes, if you motivate a team, they will be able to score more points. If the tier or the table is dull, nothing we can do but to encourage each other. This game makes us understand more and have more experience on our basketball game.
We were weak from the beginning. Our shooter was down because the opponents were leading, so our shooter was down, which was the highest scorer. So I don't know. We tried to cheer out, but I don't know. But we tried. We tried because we are young. We are under 17. Lagos are league players. I'll put it that way. They have less under 17 and more league players.
I'm happy about the competition, and I want to say a very big thank you to Olumide Oyedeji for giving us the opportunity to play, because mostly it's always boys are always playing competitions. But I'm very happy that he gave us the opportunity to be here.
Cecilia, awesome stuff. All those girls just sounded so excited. The fact, even though they lost, I mean, they were just glad to play, you know, at this level, opportunity to show the talents.
Opportunity, big one. And of course, I mean, kudos to Lagos State Sports Commission as well. It's been a lot of, especially this year, a lot of activities around grassroots development across all sports. So it's not just, I mean, it's not just concentrating on football or athletics, now basketball. And you can see why the DG and the chairman were there to support the girls as well. So it's pretty good across broad. And like I said earlier, well done to Olumide and his team, really.
Understand. Indeed. Talking about Olumide, Cecilia.
Okay, let's listen to him now. And of course, before we listen to him, Rotimi, don't be a stranger, okay? You're ready now, so you'll be restored to the starting
like
11.
I said, you guys are the managers. Try to keep your Zlatan on the bench.
All right.
Just saying.
Don't worry.
Let's take a listen.
I think you've done well today. You've done well today. We'll
so you retain your starting 11, right? Okay. Let's take a listen to Olumide Oyedeji talking about the tournament.
All we want to be a pace setter, be a game changer. You're going to see more of this, all about grassroots basketball. And as I said, despite the fact that all the senior, I want to see a smile on these young boys and girls' faces every single time. That's what keeps me going. So I'm overwhelmed right now for the support of everyone for that I received. So it's just fantastic.
Welcome back. Another guest is joining us, Jide Ogudinro. Good morning. It's good to have you.
Thank you very much, Cecilia. It's great to be here again.
Yeah, basketball took most of our time, right?
Yes, it's understandable, really. Of course, the girls don't, just like the young girls, just like they said they don't get this kind of opportunity often, just like the guys. So it's also it's good for them to have this kind of exposure to on the channel. So I think it's a good one.
Kudos to the organizers. How many
years? I want to see more of them. Really, I want to see
why
more.
Why not? It's going to be yearly now.
That's what he mentioned. I said, can you assure everyone that this rising star will be sustained? Because you started with men and now you have the women. So I think it's sustainable.
Awesome.
Let's see, get another under 17 girls playing again.
Exactly.
Next year.
All right.
We'll leave in basketball and quickly talk about Africa Cup of Nations. We are starting our countdown today. So it's 30 days to the commencement of the Africa Cup of Nations that will be taking place in Cameroon. It's called Cameroon 2021 because it was supposed to be 2021, but because of COVID, it's moved to 2022. So now, January 9th, yes, that's the date, and February 8th. We're counting down to 30 days to go. And of course, today, I just have some few stats for you, I mean, about Team Nigeria. Yes, Moses Simon has talked about the fact that, look, nothing. All he wants is to win the gold. Why? Because Nigeria happens to be the most successful team when it comes to Africa Cup of Nations top 3 appearances. 15 times. Yes, I mean, it's a record, Tayo. Why are you laughing? 15 times they've been here in that top 3. But out of the 15 times, they finished run third place 8 times. 8 times a third place finisher. And of course, runner-up how many times? 5 times. Then you have winners only 3 times.
Yeah, and winners, that's all that matters. And that's only one everyone remembers. No one remembers the runners-up. No one remembers the second runners-up.
At some point, we used to remember the golden bronze days, the days of the
Do you know what it means to win bronze? 8 times.
Yeah, but it's good.
That's a record.
But that's where the coinage actually came from, because we kept, at some point, it was like, it was as if it was an exclusive preserve of the Eagles, you know, winning winning bronze medal, and so they had to tag it golden bronze. But
not having that.
I think we should put that behind us. We should be. The last time too, it was a bronze medal, so I think we should.
But this time around, it's got to be gold, and that's what Moses Simon has been talking about.
Yeah,
We're going to listen to Moses, Jide. Then we'll come back to you. We'll let you react to what the Super Eagles forward has had to say about Nigeria's chances in Cameroon.
It's a thing of joy, proud, and especially my family are happy about it. It's not easy to play for the national team since 2015. So actually, I'm really happy, and whenever I'm called up, I would give my best. It doesn't matter which position I play. If any coach says, hey, I want you to play even a goalkeeper because I believe in you, I will stay in the goal. If you want to win, we have to fight together. It doesn't matter how we play. All what we just need is just to win. Of course, some will say this easy group, but I think in Africa there is no easy group. Now every team is stronger, wiser. Everybody knows football now. Most especially even I would not call it small country, but some countries, they have a foreign coach that, of course, they can give some tactics to the teams. So I believe there is no small group, but all I know is we are going to qualify in that group. Actually, yes, winning is the goal, because the last one we were third. Of course, now we have to do everything possible to have a gold medal.
And a good medal we will get, right? All or nothing, everything, which is the goal. That's what the Super Eagles are going for. That's what Moses Simon is telling us this morning. Jide, you heard what he said, talking about the fact that, yes, no small teams in Africa.
Exactly.
That's
for
what
everybody
he's saying.
that's qualified for that
but we know that you can still beat some smaller teams as much as 10-0. Yes, I understand that. Okay, now for the Super Eagles.
Well, you want to qualify to the African Cup of Nations to be beaten 10-0. It's not a good advertisement for the game.
For the game, yes.
Yeah. So I want to believe that the players will walk the talk. We've seen if the way they qualified or the last game that they played is anything to go by, that means that there is so much to be done. There are reports that the coach will still be in charge.
Of course, he's going to be in charge.
Yeah. So
it was never in doubt. I don't know why
after they sacked him on the pages of newspapers.
The coach was still being exactly. It was the federation that was approbating at the same time reprobating. They were the ones setting agenda that they want to sack.
They never said that.
They can never be spoke with that.
Sources,
they call all the sources were they spirits. All the sources that we were mentioned.
I'm sure maybe a federation member would just mention it and then they pick it up and decide to blow it up. That's what I thought that story was.
Most of them, you could see the last day. You were at the stadium the last day. You could see the body.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what they interpreted
some of those players.
That's what they interpreted as saying was someone to be in charge.
Told some
because
of
you look at how many days do you have?
I said it here. I said they told some of their guys that they were going to sack this man.
Something has changed.
But something changed. So actually nobody supported you because we felt it was going to be a knee-jerk reaction to whatever. And of course, if they're going to employ, and I know that as far as this present NFF body is in charge, I don't see them employing a Nigerian.
Okay.
That's so. They were not going to get a Nigerian, and getting a foreign coach is going to take a lot of process. And we just have less than how many days to the Nations Cup now? 30 days.
Right?
It wasn't going to work.
We need to go on a break. When we'll come back, of course, we'll be talking about the English Premier League and maybe touch down on La Liga. Welcome back. Let's quickly touch down on Europa League. Yes, we have the teams that have qualified for the round of 16, and also those that stayed that will be waiting for those coming from the Champions League to join them, and they play round of 32, and those who qualify from that round of 32 will go to round of 16. Yes, they're a bit complicated, but that's what UEFA, they've decided to do. So teams like Barcelona, for instance, will come down and play teams like Napoli, because Napoli didn't get to the round of 16 automatically, so they have to play that round of 32 for them to get a chance to do that. Let's just quickly run through selected results, the ones that literally concerns us, yeah, so to speak. Run through the Europa League result. If we have that, you have Legia Warsaw and Sparta Moscow. This game ended by lone goal, Sparta Moscow winning. Olympic Lyon and Rangers ended 1-1. And a game between Napoli and Leicester City. Somehow, Leicester City just couldn't get this one. So Leicester City have dropped to the Europa Conference League, while Napoli, of course, they are in the round of 32. For Olympic Marseille and Lokomotiv Moscow, ended in favor of Olympic Marseille, winning that one by a lone goal. And again between West Ham and Dinamo Zagreb. West Ham, of course, already through to round of 16, and West Ham topped their group. And Dinamo Zagreb, they lost. West Ham lost at home by a lone goal. And of course, we have qualified teams for the round of 16 for you. I'll quickly just run through this one. You have a Red Star Belgrade, Henrik Frankfurt also qualifying, Galatasaray, Leverkusen, Lyon, Monaco, Sparta Moscow, West Ham, Betis, and Braga. These are the teams that made it to the round of 16. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to be having teams like Napoli playing round of 32 and teams like Barcelona joining them to play that round of 32 to get a chance to get into the last 16. It's kind of funny, you know, when you're taking a look at Barcelona.
Barcelona. Okay,
FC Porto, FC Porto, Atalanta, all of them.
At times that you can't be everywhere. At times that shows that life is, you know, power, whatever privilege, or whatever you got, they just transcend. So they are going through their rough patches now. That's for Barcelona, but I hope it's not going to be a long haul for them because the way things are right now, you know, the kind of players they will need to get them back to where they want to get back, and the financial state of the financial application of getting those players and the financial state of that club does not really suggest that it's going to happen very soon. So I'm sorry.
It looks like a long road.
Yeah, a long road to freedom, back to where they will get.
What about Leicester? Somehow they've managed to fluff
they
their lines in that group.
Exactly, and they landed in the Conference League. I listened to the manager Rogers saying that he doesn't know anything about the Conference League.
So he never thought about
he needs to be looking for a compass to find his way out.
No, he should give a call to Antonio Conte. He's
there already.
He's not sure if he's going to even stay there because right now the game was postponed because of the COVID-19 cases and everything. And their game this weekend also will not hold against Brighton. It's also been postponed. So there's a whole lot for Tottenham to carry at the end of the day. But then he just put a call through to Antonio Conte. He's going to tell him this is what it's looking like. But they also need to win their game to be able to stay in.
Yeah, but it's such a disappointing European performance for Leicester.
They're not even doing very well too. They are not consistent even in the league. So I think it's a thing that they really need to. The manager needs. They've had some players injuries and in and outs, the bigger COVID and all that. But I just feel that they need to step up right now if they still want to salvage what is left of their season. Because before you know it, we're in December already. They're going to be playing consistently, and before you know, they have season. We've gone into the mid-season, and they are left with maybe the next about 18 more games to prove that. So. Let's see how it goes for them, but they need to salvage, they need to step up seriously if they want to get back to where they used to be.
Well, all right, time to take a look at the papers now.
Right.
Okay. I'll start with Complete Sports. And Complete Sport here Osimhen must play at AFCON. That's according to NFF issue Napoli stern warning and raw confidence Osimhen will be fit. I mean, and Napoli can't win title without Osimhen. That's what the coach is insisting. Okay, no, insists former Lazio coach Rossi. Okay. What do you make of this particular Osimhen? Should this be an issue? If he's injured, he's not fit to play.
I don't know who's going to rush. So one thing is that we should know that it's the medical staff in the club that will certify whether Osimhen will be fit or not. And if he doesn't play for Napoli before the Nations Cup starts, there is no point. He must play for Napoli first before he can. So that's it, because that's where.
So the warning being issued here is.
They're just trying to, because I don't see a reason why. The other players, is it only Osimhen that we've got players that are informed now? All we need to do is, that's what the coach should by now be thinking, you should be thinking about life without Osimhen at the Nations Cup. So even the FA, if they're not thinking about that, then I don't know, what are they doing?
Of course. Okay, talking about other players who can actually rely on. Dennis eyes 7th goal of the season, because they will be facing Brentford this weekend. That's a player they can call up.
Exactly. Dennis it's a player that can fit into
the national team.
We've got even the guy in what's his name now? The guy in Taiwo Awoniyi. It's another player that there are a lot of guys that are playing even in Syria. There is some of them.
And of course, we have the return of Odengalo too. I mean, who was our natural number 9 before Osimhen took the jersey, and he's still scoring goals. So
the manager should be spoiled for choice.
So let's leave Osimhen and allow him to
options.
Allow him to really heal and get back fit, and not rush him into playing at the Nations Cup. Yes, we want him well. We want him well for him. And not for the Nations Cup.
The national team is not a rehabilitation center.
It is not.
So let him heal at this club.
Yeah. Victor Moses stars at Sparta Moscow, topping the group that's aimed at Europa League. And we had calls from everywhere where, okay.
All right, let's go to Sporting Life now. Europa League, indeed, Iheanacho out, drop into Europa Conference. We've talked about that already. No word yet on Kelechi's COVID-19 status. What we know is Kelechi was one of the 7 players that failed to make the trip to Naples yesterday because of COVID and illness. We don't know for sure if he's one of the positive guys. There's also a story on Team Nigeria winning the first gold medal in Commonwealth qualifiers. Raw tells Nigerians there is little hope for Osimhen to make AFCON, make what you will of that one. Golden Shoe, Kunde backs Onachi to retain the award. Interesting. Feyenoord's Player of the Month. Cyril Dessus is the best. Also wins Goal of the Month. Bielsa refuses to comment on Phillips' return. Luis Suarez doubtful for the Madrid derby is going down this weekend between Real Madrid and Atletico.
All right, Sporting Sun is the last one this morning. You have ahead of AFCON 2022. Raw to convert Moses to a defender.
Which Moses? Simon.
Moses Simon, of course, who said, well, he plays every position. It depends on the coach.
He already said that if the coach wants him to be the goalkeeper, he's ready.
You're ready. So every position.
Simon in goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Simon. We don't want that. Please, we love you in your natural position. And you also have another one coming from Sudan coach Daring Super Eagles saying they are ready. Okay. Sudan. All right. I have title hope in Osimhen. Okay, that's I have little hope in Osimhen. Yes, that's what Genetro is saying. So since you have little hope, take the hope off and deal with the players that you have right now, the ones that are fit and ready to play.
Much better. It concentrates.
Exactly. Just start planning without him.
Exactly. I said life after we should
life
also
without him at the Nations Cup.
Exactly at the Nations Cup should be what the coach is, the manager is thinking of right now.
And not
the World Cup qualifiers coming not too far.
Exactly. We could use him then. The playoff is coming up, so let him be fit and ready
and be ready to play and not force him to play. All right, Gideon, thank you so much for coming on the program.
It's a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. Thank God it's Friday as well. So Cecilia scared you from wearing your traditional Friday attire. I'm a bit disappointed in you for allowing her to do that to you.
Me, right?
Anyway, you let her happen, don't let it happen. Thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Have a fantastic weekend. I am Taya Salam.
Thank you for watching. I'm Cecilia Omogbe. Do have a great weekend.